Good evening, everybody. Hope you had a beautiful day. The Zera Shimshon tells us that what's the proof? The Gemara tries to prove that Moshe Rabbeinu was strong. We know that he was tall, but how do we know that he was strong? So it says that he was chosen to lift up the beams for the Mishkan, but it was done by a miracle. And that's the proof, but that doesn't sound like proof. He was chosen to lift it up, and he needed help. So it was a miracle. It wasn't his strength. How does that prove that he was strong? So answers Zera Shimshon that it was impossible for anybody to lift it up. We're talking about a very heavy amount of weight for one person to lift up. It's not possible. So what did Hashem do? Hashem chose the person that it would seem the most natural. So he chose Moshe Rabbeinu because he was so strong to make it look as natural as possible. Even when Hashem performs a miracle, he tries to make it look as natural as possible. So the message for us is that if we want to be in a position to be able to do whatever it is, to have Hashem give us whatever bracha it is, we have to get as close as possible. It's not going to say, oh, I want to be a billionaire, so I'm going to sit at home and watch Netflix. I want to be super, super smart and know so much information, so I'm going to spend my time reading comic books. It's not going to work that way. It's that we have to do as much as we can and get as close as we can. And if Hashem wants to give it to us, ultimately everything is a nace, whatever Hashem chooses to give to us. But that's a big part of us doing our part, is that get as close as possible, and that enables Hashem to give it to us because Hashem chooses, like we see with Moshe Rabbeinu, he chose him to lift up the beams because he seemed the most natural since he was so super strong on his own. That's why he chose him. We shall be zeichet to accomplish and get as close as we can with Hashem's help. Hashem should give us the nisim to accomplish and get everything we need and want. Everyone from all the Have a beautiful